Hey, good morning, people. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA, and it is 8:27 a.m. Central Standard Time. I think it's February the 10th. I think it's Friday because I'm sitting here waiting for my Straight Talk hotspot because they said you have to sign for it. Anyway, and it's about 40, no, it's probably about 50 degrees outside, a little overcast today. High today is supposed to be 74. And good weather for the next few days. The lowest it'll be probably somewhere in the middle 60s. The highest it'll be somewhere close to 80, and lows around 45 to 55. I ain't complaining. But anyway, the meaning of life. You like that, huh? Shit. Woo, dog. Old Rusty gets out there every now and then. You know what's amazing? Uh, I had already gone to bed, and actually, I'd read a book, read for a while, went to sleep, dozed off, and that comment about the meaning of life just kept going ring, ring, ring. I couldn't get rid of it anyway. That's what I came up with. It's all I could think of. It's good enough for me. Anyway, what today on the menu today is I've had a lot of comments about this little three-wheel vehicle, the Elio. Paul Elio is the president of this company. And they make a little three-wheel car that they've been working on for several years. They've actually got 5 of them finally made. And they've taken a lot of money from people that have put up $1,000 or more so they could get the first ones that were produced. They have refundable deposits and non-refundable deposits. And a lot of people, I'm sure, are concerned. They also issued some stock, and some people bought it. It went all the way up to $75 a share, and now it's trading at about $8, near its all-time low. And the volume on that stock is extremely low, which tells me there's no interest. Okay, because what that tells me is if you wanted to unload your shares, they may sit there for a long time before they found enough buyers to get rid of them at a price you may not want to take. Because if you were selling them at market, that means you're going to get what's offered. But yeah, there were several comments about the Elio, and basically everybody pretty much was on the same page. They're not optimistic that Elio is ever going to produce a vehicle. And they cited stories and financial data and so forth, and all of it's correct. The latest information I could find on the Elio was a story that was published, believe it or not, today. And it came out in, it's called Green Car Reports. You go to greencarreports.com, and the title of the article is Production for Elio Three-Wheeler Slides to 2018. And then Is Time Running Out by Stephen Edelstein. And anyway, he's got a good story. He put together some good information. He says the company, it says they've received 55,000 reservations. That represents a potential sales of 300 million. If, and then they raised 17 million through the small investor crowdfunding, which is basically their stock issue, I believe. And anyway, they've pushed back production to 2018. They just keep moving it back. And what it tells me is they just don't have any money. In every picture you see of their production facility, you'll see 2 or 3 people standing around parts of a car, and in the background there's nobody and nothing. Okay, it appears to be what I think it is, and I hate to say it, but in my opinion now, I think it's a total scam, and it may have been that way from the beginning. I know a lot of people, I'll get some email on that. But there is, in this article, he does bring up some new stuff. It says, there's one reservation holder that's suing Elio to get a deposit back. And then there's a petition that's been started to start a class action lawsuit against ELIO, and what that means, all the people that have put up deposits could join in that class action lawsuit. And but anyway, let me go down here a little bit and I'll see if I can find that. There was one part that was pretty interesting in his article. Right now, in this article, cites it, and this goes back to their SEC filing in September 30th, 2016. It showed that ELIO had a mere $101,000 in cash reserves, down from 6.87 million at the beginning of 2016. So they burned nearly 7 million in 9 months. And then the company went further in that SEC filing, and they stated that it was using 25.9 million of the non-refundable customer deposits to fund operations. Let me repeat that. They've gone into 25.9 million of non-refundable customer deposits to meet payroll and other things. And boy, that is bad. I mean, I'm telling you, that is just because that means they can't borrow any money. They went to their last resort. That was their last rat hole. You know what I mean? It's like you at home, you're running out of cash and you can't borrow any from anybody. You've already run your credit cards to the max, and you've got a coffee can outside that's got a little money in it that you save for a rainy day, and you go out there and dig that up. That's what they're doing. You know, they're looking for cash anywhere to fund operations. And right now, according to this article, and I agree totally, you know, ELIO is pinning their hopes on this Department of Energy loan. You know, it's an advanced technology loan that they might qualify for, but you know that'd be 185 million, and I have a feeling if they get that, they're still going to go bankrupt. That's not going to make it. You know, they still would be in trouble, and you know, they say that if they don't get the Department of Energy loan, they would rely on funding through customer reservations and selling debt. Let me repeat that. Rely on funding through customer reservations and selling debt. Well, come on, guys. They've just about worked the customer reservation scam as much as they can. You know, you beat that old dog to death. And as far as selling debt, who are they going to sell it to? If you can't borrow money, selling debt is basically borrowing money, right? So, you know, and you know they've already run the stock scam, they've already run the deposit scam, and they're going to have a hard time running this one. You know, that's just my opinion. Who am I? Nobody. I'm an old man in Central Texas, but I can read and I can listen because I've been following this company for about 4 or 5 years. And all I've seen them do is kick the ball down the field, okay? And, you know, there's some people involved in this company that, I don't know, we'll see. But be that as it may, you ELIO guys, it says in their article, you know, it goes on, it talks about, you know, selling debt, blah, blah, blah. And it also talks about that, and this again was in their SEC filing. It says that if the Department of Energy loan does not come through, Paul ELIO said it will rely on funding through customer reservations and selling debt. And he added that if financing could not be secured from some other sources, we may have to curtail our business sharply or cease operations altogether. And that's where it's headed, in my opinion. You know, I just don't see it. But anyway, guys, you ELIO fans and you people that have owned the stock, you know, if you got in at 75 and it's down to 7, stick with it. Shit. I mean, Everybody. I mean, back when I would say cut your losses and get out. Well, when I say cut your losses, I mean like losing 50%. But if you're going to lose 90%, another 10 ain't going to hurt you, you know. But if you're in at 50, 40, 30, 20, if you're in at 20, you could almost get 30% of your money back. So, but be that as it may, guys, that's all I have to say about Elio. This again is an article published on February the 10th in Green Car Reports. It's the latest news I could find. And it just came out. The article did. And all the news for Elio lately for the past several months has been negative. And, they tried to pad it, but they came out a little with a story in some little magazine, trying to correct some of the negative information. Well, that's not a good sign either. That's like holding your hand up in front of a tidal wave. What you want to do is start you a tidal wave going the other way. You want to come up with some super news. Hey guys, we're going to do this, and we got this going on and this and this. They release this stuff about they signed up a new company to supply this or that. That doesn't mean poo-poo. You can call somebody on the phone and say, hey man, we need headlights for this car. Can you sell us some? The guy says, yeah. And then they hang up the phone, release a story that they made a big deal with this company to work with them on developing their car. That's just poo-poo. You know what I mean? But having said that, you guys that are in with Elio, I wish you well. I think it's a really neat car. I wish they would produce it because I'd like to buy one myself. All right? I think it's really neat. I think it'd be a fun little toy to have. And the price is good. So anyway, you guys, Elio guys, thumbs up, carpe diem. I'm going to change my ending. I used to go through all that stuff. From now on, I'm just going to say bye-bye and enjoy your health. Okay? Bye-bye. Enjoy your health. Rusty 609 Central Texas. Oh, thank you guys that fan fund. I really appreciate it. And thank all you new subscribers. I do appreciate that too. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.